You've seen it in movies on TV, maybe in your own fridge right now. The classic white Chinese takeout box with a little wire handle and red pagoda printed on the side. But what if I told you it's not Chinese at all? In fact, that box is a totally American invention. It was created in 1894 in Chicago by a man named Frederick Wilcox. And believe it or not, it wasn't originally meant for Chinese food. It was designed to hold oysters. Back then, oysters were a popular street food. Wilcox came up with a clever paperboard container, a cheaper, more sanitary alternative to the wooden oyster pails people used at the time. His design was simple but brilliant. A single sheet of paper, folded into a leak-resistant, self-closing box. It could hold liquid, release steam, and be carried easily. He got a patent for it, and by 1900, companies like Bloomer Brothers were mass-producing it. It became known as the Oyster Pail. But then, something changed. Fast forward a few decades, and Chinese restaurants were popping up in cities across America, especially in places like San Francisco and New York, where Chinese immigrants had established vibrant communities. By the 1940s and 50s, Chinese food was becoming more popular with mainstream America, especially in the growing suburbs after World War II. And suddenly, the growing suburbs after World War II. And suddenly, there was a new need: takeout. Families wanted hot, affordable food brought right to their doorstep. College students wanted leftovers they could stick in the fridge, and Chinese restaurants needed packaging that was cheap, sturdy, and wouldn't turn lo mein into a soggy mess. That's when the Oyster Pail found a new purpose. It turned out to be the perfect vessel for Chinese takeout, totally by accident. It kept sauces in place. It held heat. It didn't require utensils to open. And best of all, you could reclose it and pop it in the fridge. No problem. By the 1950s, this little folded box had become a staple in Chinese restaurants across the country. Then, in the 1970s, designer Leslie Buck gave the box its now iconic look. The red pagoda, the thank you and enjoy text in a faux Chinese script. It was the finishing touch, a dash of cultural flair to match the food inside, even if the packaging itself wasn't remotely Chinese. So now, whenever you order sweet and sour chicken or General Tso's, it shows up in a box that's 100% American in origin. From oyster streets to college dorm rooms, this box tells a story. Not just about food, but about adaptation, immigration, and American invention. It's not just takeout.